Hello everybody and welcome to this video. In this video I will walk you through the process of making a pact with Azazel in 4 steps, breaking down for you what you need to do in order to make a pact with Azazel. Be warned, and as a quick disclaimer, I want to very clearly communicate with you that this is only for people who have experience working with Azazel, who have done the research, and who come with the required respect. A pact is not something that should be taken lightly. And if you do not follow through with your part of the pact, this can have significant consequences. Do not enter lightly into a pact. Never. Make sure you respect the spirit and have a connection with the spirit before even thinking about making a pact. Make sure that your offerings and what you are given is equal to what you are seeking to receive. This was a disclaimer, and I don't want to scare you away. This pact, or a pact in general, can have massively positive influence onto your life. But you need to be able to understand what you're getting yourself into. This is not something that you play around with. It should be taken very seriously. And it can yield amazing and great results, build a great relationship, and help you to achieve whatever you're seeking to achieve, help you to be protected or reach the next level of spirituality. I've personally entered into a pact with Azazel. And if you want more basic information about pacts or more information about pacts in general, beyond of what I'm going to be breaking down in this video, then make sure to let me know down below. I'm recording these videos as a part of my offering to Azazel. This is why you will find so many videos about Azazel on my channel, all packed with information, because I have promised to be of service to Azazel in exchange to all of the great things that he has done for and with me. So if you are looking for more information about Azazel, the first place that you can start is this channel, and you can check out all the other videos that I've uploaded. Now, I don't want to waste any more time and get right into it, so you know how you can make a pact with Azazel. The 4 basic steps of making a pact with Azazel. And a pact in general, as a quick disclaimer here, is a permanent or an agreement over a certain amount of time that you enter in with a spirit. You can think about it like a business contract. You can think about it like a contract in general. You say what you're going to do, and you will say and break down what you want to achieve in return. This pact should be a mutual agreement and should not be just written out. The pact should be a consequence of communication that has been done before. So the first step of making a pact is always researching. You have to learn everything that you can about Azazel. Watch videos, read books, look into forums, use Google, and basically do your due diligence of research before you even think about entering a pact. You can watch all of my videos. I already supply a good amount of information, but you should also go beyond that and really deep dive into the spirit that you want to enter a pact with. The second part, or the second step to making a pact with Azazel, would be connecting. After you've researched with Azazel, you've already initiated yourself into his energy. After you researched about him, you will be prepared to do your first workings. Maybe some offerings, maybe a ritual, maybe a spell, whatever it may be. You can check out my channel for more information. And I don't want to constantly plug my channel, but I already have a few videos about Azazel up here, and I don't want to re-explain everything that I'm already explaining. This is what the other videos are for. When it comes to offerings, when it comes to the process of doing it right, everything is already explained here on this channel. So when you want to connect with Azazel, doing a ritual is a good thing, doing a spell is a good thing, or just doing a few offerings. Before I did my pact, I did a week worth of connecting with him with daily offerings, feeling out his energy, meditating on his sigil, gazing at his sigil, so on and so forth. And I think this is a good way to go about it. A week is usually very short when it comes to beginners. If you're new into this, you can take a much longer time before you think about entering a pact. Have a clear goal and vision when you are doing your workings. Feel the energy of the spirit, make offerings, and build a relationship. This is very important, okay? So you want to have at least the competence to feel the energy of the spirit, to feel his presence, to feel what is going on, because this is needed for the third step, the preparation. In the third step, you should communicate with Azazel about the pact. Make a draft, feel his energy, try to sense what resonates and does not resonate. Prepare all the needed goods, okay? So for a pact, you will need several offerings, and I'm going to be discussing that more in depth. But you also need to have the pact laid out. You can use parchment paper or whatever good paper that you can find. Make sure that every item that you're using has a special meaning. This accumulates more energy. For example, instead of using just a random Sharpie pen, you can buy a specific pen just for writing out this pact, so on and so forth. The more energy you put into this, the more you will get out of it. Make every step of the process special, because a pact should be something that is special. Okay, so you lay out the draft of the pact. what is written in this pact is totally up to you. But let me give you an example. You can break it down into what you will do in the first part of the pact, and then what you want to achieve in the second part of the pact. Then the time frame of the pact should be included. Then the frequency of your offerings should be included. The time frame of what you are seeking to achieve can be included. Sometimes this can be a good thing, sometimes this is not so productive, because you have to work with realistic time frames. If you say, I want to be a millionaire in a week, this will not work out and the pact will not be accepted. And here it is important to have that feeling of what resonates. If you meditate onto Azazel's sigil, if you do offerings and rites with him, and you begin to write out a draft of the pact, you can play some meditation music of Azazel while you're doing that. You can gaze at his sigil and then go with your intuition and see if you get resistance or if it flows really well, if this is accepted. You can also directly ask him, depending on your competence of being able to hear a spirit speaking. Again, this is not to be taken lightheartedly. This is something you should take very serious. So take your time, even with writing out this draft. You can take multiple days, even weeks or months to write this out, because a pact should be something special. When it comes to preparing all the needed goods, just like I said, make these goods special. Take everything that you can find in a special way. Buy some good incense, buy some good alcohol, research about what offerings Azazel appreciates, and then prepare all of these goods, right? There are multiple websites out there even selling specific Azazel offerings, an altar cloth, so on and so forth. You can really prepare a beautiful altar when it comes to making a pact. The more you put in, the more you get out. And the more likely it is that your pact will be accepted. Maybe you're asking yourself, okay, what shall I make a pact for with Azazel? There are multiple things. It can be for protection, spiritual growth, financial growth, for gaining traction in a project that you're doing, even for fame, like I said, for wealth, for spiritual empowerment. I mean, Azazel's power is really omnipotent. He has a lot of fields where you can call him a so-called spiritual expert in, and you can connect with him in these aspects. Again, there are many videos on my channel breaking exactly down on what you can connect with Azazel for, what kind of goals he can help you to achieve. Okay, so the preparation phase is really important, and make sure to take your time with that and write out a draft that is proper. Then we come to the making of the pact. I suggest that you do this on Saturday, because Azazel is a Saturnian spirit. What does that mean? That doesn't mean that he's associated with the planet of Saturn, and Saturday is the day of the planet Saturn. Do the pact on Saturday, because if the stars, the planets align to your goal, then the results will be much more powerful and potent. During the hour of Saturn, you should do the pact, okay? So go onto Google, type in planetary hour calculator, and then see what hour you can do the pact in to make sure it aligns with the day of Saturn. You will prepare as many black candles as you can. This can be 6, 9, 16. Look into some numerology. If you want to do a pact for wealth, you can use the numerology for wealth, or you can look up the numerology of Azazel and prepare as many black candles that are associated with this numerology. Black candles are usually good. I also like to use red candles. You can do a mix of both. See what your intuition resonates with, and then go with that. That is my best advice that I can really give you. Using many candles provides more energy and also gives a little bit of that mystic vibe. And the more that you can prime your subconscious to being fully immersed in what you're doing, the greater the results will be. So preparing as many candles as you can, as well as preparing the best possible altar and ritual setup, is important. Also important to understand here is as many as you can, as good as you can, right? If you don't have the funds, the money, work with what you got, but put in the effort. Even if you don't have the money, you can carve something, you can make something by hand. Really put in that effort, because the spirits can sense this. If you want to be quick in, quick out, this is not what spirituality or pact making is about. You should rather do a spell then, okay? A pact is a long-term commitment that also requires you to be committed. So, when you want to know more about offerings, you can again check out my channel. There is a bunch of information about the offerings. Just like I said, alcohol is really good, incense is really good, candles are really good, and then most importantly, of course, also blood. For a pact, you will need blood in order to sign the contract. There is a specific method. Using a diabetic lancet is really great, and you can then drop your blood either into a small chalice and then use something to write on the pact, or you can try to write your name with your finger. So you have the draft as we discussed, right? You are addressing Azazel, you're saying what you want to achieve or what you want to give. Then you're saying the time frame, you're saying what kind of other aspects you want the pact to go along with. And then at the end, you will make 2 lines, one for the spirit, one for your name. Your name will be signed in blood, the spirit will sign with astral energy, okay? So this is how a pact can look like. And one quick disclaimer here, guys. There was something going on in the media not too long ago about a guy making a pact and then, going a little bit overboard with it. You have to understand, harming other beings, right? Harming other humans is not what these entities want. There are a lot of people making out the demons to be, according to the Christian dogma, they want these sacrifices of human flesh or whatever. Do not believe into this false information, because this will lead you down to a path that is not aligned with spirituality. This is all about growth. This is all about achieving your goals. This is about becoming your best versions. And the demons are ancient teachers. These are gods that have been demonified, gods that have been worshipped for thousands of years, right? Consciousnesses that have an immense amount of knowledge to share, right? So this is not about harming others. This is not about doing harm to others. And the reason why you use your blood is because you are making your life energy sacred. This is where the word sacrifice is coming from, to make sacred. But you should only use your own energy for that. Put your own energy into that, because this is where you have the full control over. This is what you own, and this is what you have the right to give to the spirit, right? So you have to understand that. Do not fall into this trap of thinking the demons are bad, they want to harm, they want to cause havoc or whatever. They are there to help you, to achieve your goals. These practices that we are using, like giving blood from our own hands, this is there to accumulate energy, and this is to make your life energy sacred. This is showing that you're willing to do what is required in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So food is also good, food that you enjoy. Dark chocolate I do offer to Azazel. Fruits are good. You can use fruits and carve the sigil of Azazel into the fruits. You can really get creative here, okay? And again, the more you put in, the more you will get out. Lay out the pact and sign it in your blood. This is the final step. So you do a ritual, you evoke Azazel, invoke Azazel, you use the enchanting, you have your draft already prepared. Again, if you're looking for the steps, check out my channel. I'm saying this for the 9th time, but it is important. If you're completely new to this, you want to start with rituals, and if you need a guide to that, that's already on here, okay? So make sure you use the invocation method. You invoke the energy of Azazel, you do it at the right time, you have the draft prepared, and you will sign in blood. You have a whole bunch of offerings prepared. Think about it as a very, very special occasion, even more special than a birthday of a loved one, right? This is the birthday of your desires, so to say, right? So remember, the demons are here to help you. They are here to help you to achieve your goals, but they will only help you if you prove yourself worthy by performing the necessary actions. And this is something I do want to add here. Do not think that a pact will just grant you all your wishes for free. You, on the one hand side, have to give energy to the spirit to produce the synchronicity, and on the other hand side, you have to give your energy into the real world. Even though this is a funny term, real world, I mean, the spiritual world is much more real than everything that we see. But let's say into the 3D realm, right? Into your everyday life, you have to give the energy to achieve your goals. So what does that mean? If you want to manifest money, you have to do the work, right? You have to do what is required. If you want to have a new job, you have to start applying for jobs. If you want to have a love partner, right? You have to get out there, get yourself out there and start opening yourself up to receive what you're asking for. If you sit on your arse and not do anything, nothing's going to happen, okay? Because the gods will only help the ones that show themselves worthy to be helped by and through their own actions. They help you with the synchronicity that your actions do and will result in what you're seeking. But it is very important to understand that it will not hand you it for free. You have to provide the energy on a spiritual level, and you also have to follow through with your actions. So this is kind of like the step 5, you know. The step 5 is doing what is required, following through with what you have promised, right? Very important. If you don't follow through with what is promised, you can have very undesirable consequences. If you do not follow through with what you have promised, there can be significant consequences. So follow through with what you have promised and take action on what you want to achieve in order to then really see the results that you do want to see. If you want more information about working with Azazel, if you are lacking any information in this video, please make sure to leave me a comment, because as I've said, I'm producing this video to expose more people to the amazing energy of Azazel and to be of service to this spirit who has helped me so much. So if you want more information about Azazel, then make sure to leave a comment down below with exactly what you are looking for. And if this is something that more people are looking for, I will be more than happy to record something about that to help you connect with Azazel. I really hope that this video helps you to understand what is needed to make a pact. Again, I can make a part 2 about this if there is some information missing. Let me conclude a quick bottom line. Do your research, connect with Azazel using the methods that I show on my channel and other methods that are out on the internet. Do a preparation where you lay out a draft. The pact should be formed in a way that you address the spirit, you say what you want to achieve, you say what you are able to give, you say what the time frame will be, and also define other specifics. And then at the bottom you have 2 lines, with one you sign your name in blood and the other one is the name of the spirit that will be signed astrally. You do the pact ritual where you do a regular invocation, evocation, you do an enchanting, you offer things, you prepare a nice ritual, doing everything that I described, right? Prepare alcohol, prepare incense, do what you can do, right? And then you lay out the pact, you sign the pact, you communicate with Azazel, you listen to your intuition, and then finally, step 5, that is not written down here, but it's kind of obvious. You follow through with what you have promised and you do the required steps and necessary actions to manifest what you want to achieve. Again, if you're seeking more information or want to have specific things covered, make sure to leave a comment down below. And until then, I wish you a lot of success. If you are looking to make this step, I hope this video has helped you out. Maybe you're doing some research right now and are in the step 1 phase, so to say. Remember, don't take this, don't take this on the easy shoulder, so to say, right? Don't take this like something that you can just do out of the blue. Follow these steps, do the preparation, make sure you take this seriously, and only enter into this if you know what you're getting yourself into. This video alone is not enough to cover what a pact really is. Make your research, inform yourself about pacts, and only if you know what you're getting yourself into, only if you're serious about entering a permanent or at least semi-permanent relationship with Azazel, then you should do it. The results can be insane, the results can be amazing, you can definitely manifest your desires through that, but only do it if you know what you're getting yourself into, and it is your due diligence to do the research. Nonetheless, I hope this video has helped you out. If you need more information, leave me a comment down below. I wish you a bunch of success with this rite, ritual, with a pact with Azazel, and that's all I have to say. All Hail Azazel, and I'll speak to you soon.